Good morning and welcome back to Bloomfield in Canada. Woke up this morning and the wheat was due to be done, so we're out here. Well, that was a bit of a crappy turn, wasn't it? So we're out here harvesting the wheat. Wasn't expecting this to be done. I was expecting to fertilise 6 and 7 first things, but I figured we'll get the wheat done. I did purchase that plot of land, that little tiny square plot that we were looking at yesterday. So we can do something down there, maybe put in some cattle or some productions, or pretty sure we can figure that out and do something down there. Prime real estate being so close to the main road, so whatever we put there is only just going to make us extra cash. And we'll be good to go. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of stuff happening right now. We're just doing laps, getting our header runs done. A bit hard to get it sorted with this big beast, but we're doing it. I have seen a new windrower that I wouldn't mind trying to try out. I think you can have the windrower and your loading wagon. It's got a PTO that goes through the middle. So yeah, I think we'll give that a shot if it's not too expensive. Come in handy, especially on the bigger fields now that we've got these to collect the straw and such. Help us keep the cattle all cozy and warm and making slurry and manure. Easier to clean up, wipe the mess down a lot more. Yeah, we lined it up. Wicked, we're onto it. Alright, I might do a bit of a time lapse through this one. We'll get up here past the chickens and see what we can do. We've got to have a look and see. Nothing really there that tickles our fancy today. Okay, I think I'll jump in a bit of a time lapse. We'll get this knocked over. We'll fertilise 6 and 7 and see where we stand after that. So grab a drink, grab some snacks and maybe a piece of chicken, because those ones are going to be cooked now, and enjoy the show. Alright, that is all done. We've got our windrower over there. It's a good windrower, but I don't think it's going to be too much handy for this size of a... Pardon me about the bloody hiccups. This size of a harvester. It's only 8 meters wide, so we may have to see if there's something that we can get that's possibly a little bit wider. That will definitely be a blessing in disguise for the smaller ones, but I was looking, there is another one here that you can get the tow behind. It's 10 meters, that's 30 meters, so you know, they're 20 meters. That's probably the one that we're going to get. I have to just sell a bit of stuff first, and we'll get that one because that is pricey. We don't even have enough money for that one. So she's a ripper, but that is what I should have got. I didn't realize this one that we bought was only 8 meters, and that doesn't work when you've got a 12-meter header. So, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? This is it here. Loading wagons on. Windrowers on. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool thing, but it's not helping us in any way, shape or form at the moment. So what we might do is just sell that before we lose any more cash. Might sell that one too. And then when it comes time to doing another big field where we need to pick up all the straw, we'll have enough cash to buy that big jigger, and then we'll be good to go. But for now, because the rows are so far apart, that windrower is just going to be costing us some maintenance money and fuel to run it, so not really needed. Well, we should get a fair amount of straw off this, which will be good. We'll turn some into silage. We'll keep the rest for the cattle. Put cruise control on. I should have put some silage additive in the tank. That would have been the smart thing to do. Yeah, I mean, we're only at 57,000 litres and we haven't even done really. Oh, we have, because there's 2 rows over there. We've only done 3 rows and 1 side, so winning. Yeah, now I bought that area there. It's only 30 grand. Have a bit of cash in our pockets. We can spare a little bit of extra change. Especially if it's going to help us expand. Just a huge chunk right there. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap up all of this area. We'll get it all tied. I'll even try and pick up that stuff there. Get it out of the way. I think it's straw as well. A bit messy. Got most of it, that's all that matters. Alright, let's collect all this up and see how much we get out of it. We'll probably try and turn this field around today. I don't think we have any other fields that are due. 6 and 7 for some reason we forgot to roll it, so that's a bummer. We're not going to make the most out of that one, but everything else looks like they're good to go. We'll do a drive around and have a look, double check that. But looks like we're on a bit of a good wicket at the moment. Right, I'm going to keep this John Deere revving, and we'll get all this straw in. And this is it. This is the second load. The first one was full. This one's got 86,000. I'll get this all dropped off over here. And we'll find where we've got our cultivator stacked up to. And get that thing out there. The best thing about this is you can stick it in there and you can use it for silage or whatever you need. And then when you're done, or if you need extra, you can pull from it. And that's one thing I love about that. It's like its own silo, so even though we've got the silage turned off at the moment, that's a silo. It can hold, I don't know, 500,000 litres, 600,000 litres of each product. And if you are using it to make the silage, you can still come up, put a trailer underneath and pull out the straw before it gets turned into that. That's the best thing about that one. It's just like having an extra silo, and they're cheap. They're 20 grand or something. So it's wicked, especially if you're starting out. Can't afford to get an expensive silo system. That takes a lot of products. Even if you're not using it for its production value, well worth having on your farm. Just thought I'd throw that out there in case. People didn't know that, but I'll get around this corner and we'll click on there and have a look and I'll show you. It's a little ripper. So you can come in. So it takes grass, hay, silage, straw, mineral feed, lime, soybean stones, chaff, water, wheat, barley, corn, digestate. And obviously you can make all these things over here. So when we got excess wheat, we can make seeds. I think we still got a fair few seeds in there. There we go. 32,000. So look, total mixed ration, there's 255,000 sitting there. Silage, 581,000 sitting there. So I think that might hold 2 million or 5 million of each product. I'm not sure, but they're 20 grand. I think they're called a red production building. Oh, wrong one. Pretty sure. They look like the hay dryers. Already gone past it, maybe. That is there. Farm supplies production, 25 grand. Can't complain. Alright, I'm going to get this thing turned around. We'll get this field sorted out. We'll be back to you very shortly. Alrighty, so we just loaded up all of our wheat. We're going to take it up, see if we can get it in the train. I think we've still got about 47,000 litres of canola there as well. Which is a lot. So we'll clear some of this stuff out and see how we're going for cash. Maybe we could throw a production in on our new flat land down there. Put in a bakery, or I have no idea really. We'll have to have a squeeze and see what's around and what's available. Lots of different types of things we could do. Just whether we should is a different story. Now, which way do we go to the train? Straight ahead. It's so good. That's the edge of the map. Like, it's so clear how they've done that. Like, there's still cars running on it, but it's the edge of the map. Like, it gets confusing. Right, let's just stop here quickly. Run out, rent the train. Sorry. That's not bad, they're not going to have to wait long. We didn't take up any space. The best thing about this trailer is you can set it to tilt only 20 degrees. That way it doesn't get caught up in the roofs as well. Like if that was going to hit the roof, I could set it so it would only go up 20 degrees. I think it's tip side. There you go. Unload at 20 degrees, so it'll empty everything out, but it won't go higher than 20 degrees, so it doesn't get caught up in any buildings. Such a cool idea, because so many of the semi-trailers actually get caught on the buildings quite frequently. Let's send this back up here. While we wait for the train. It shouldn't be that. It was only 1.7 kilometers. There we go. Here it comes. I like how they just stop blocking the road, like they just do not care. But yep, whatever, we're doing our thing. Oh no, we're gonna overshoot it. Oh, we made it. Woohoo! Right, so 77,000 litres of wheat. That should be close to 100k. I'm thinking. And we've still got 47,000 litres or 43,000 litres of canola. Got 16,000. Oh no, the wheat's gone now. It's out of the silo, so that is good. Alright, let's go. Full tilt. Open her up. How fast can we get? Oh, not that fast. $93,000. There you go. That is wicked. Now, what productions do they have on this map that we can actually purchase? Because it would be cool to use what's already here, if possible. Vehicle shop, can't use any of them. Great processing unit, carpentry, cereal factory, bakery, oil mill, grain mill. Just trying to think what would be the best thing for us to have, like, because there is a ton of different productions you can get. I know we've got the little dairy up there chugging along. We could put something like this in, but that's sort of an all-in-one. It does all sorts and different things, and if you want to divert things to certain things, it can get a bit messy. The bakery, it does cakes and bread. Cafe. That one do? Trees and does coal. Wow. Custom production, so I've never seen that one. That is cool. That's coal. I've never seen that one. I must have downloaded it in a pack. Flavoured milk bottles. Chocolate strawberry. That's pretty cool. What's this one? Farm supply production. I've got so many I wouldn't even know, like. So many to choose from. Grain mill is the one I'm sort of leaning to. But I want something that does a little bit more than just the grain, if that makes sense. Old general mill. See, that'd be something we could do. That's this one here. Does different oils and flours. This does oils, flours, sugar, grape juice. This one could be cool. We could fit that somewhere. Oil mills. There's so many. There's the windmill there. See, we got this one here. I don't know what the difference is. We could put this one like on our property. It wouldn't even take up that much room. And then we could just see how it works. Like, I think that would be ideal. What we need right now. And the land has to be perfectly straight. Turn it that way just in case. That might be something that could just... How can we whack it? Overlapping the grass, it's causing us an issue. Okay. Right, that made a huge dent. Didn't want that to happen. Should have used my own common sense and saved that before we done that. Okay. Now it's a bit messed up like that, but now we've got that moved out a little bit, we should be able to level them off a little bit more. Make it a bit more usable. It doesn't look too bad. Okay, it does. So yeah, I mean, that new production we've got now, that can help us make more cash. We're not going to just be selling everything randomly. And let's see what we can put in it. We've got the potato processing plant down there still. We can do wheat, barley, oats, sorghum, sunflower oil, canola oil, olive oil. We can do pig food if we need to. That's cool as. So I think what we'll do is we'll just throw that canola oil that we have. We'll throw that in. If our truck made it back, yep. So yeah, we'll just start running some stuff through that and see how we go. It's not a huge costly production at the moment. It would be good to buy their one that's down on the map. So if this all works out for us well enough, we can. Where are we? Canola. We've still got some oats as well, so we'll throw that in and turn that into flour. And all we got to do then is just it's going to make oat flour. We can do canola oil. We'll have a look at some of the bakeries that are out there that, you know, they might do the same thing, but we can have it on a bigger scale. I don't know how much this little one, and it looks like a little production, so I don't think it's going to take tons of product, but we are about to find out together. Where is the drop-off point? Yeah. Oh, it's not going to work. No, isn't going to work. Maybe it's the trailer. This is a bummer, man. It can't really be because of the map, because it's not level higher or lower than what it should be. Right, I'm going to see if we can work this out, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Alright, so I changed plans. We tried both of those little ones and it just wasn't working. I'm not sure if it's just this trailer, but it works on this one. So we are going to have to do some leveling off on the side there, so the trailer comes up. This is that all-in-one production that I wasn't really keen on using because it does everything. But so yeah, it'll do bread, it'll do flour, oils. So if you need to use oil in here for something else, which we don't at the moment, you want to make cake or whatever, we needed the oil or whatever, you can have it so it stays in here. And that's what we're going to do with the oat flour. We'll turn that on, come down here to flour, turn it on to distribute, and that will stay in here so we can make bread or cakes. It will also do butter, cheese, chocolate. You can leave that in to make the cake, etc. So it is a bit of an all-in-one, do everything sort of deal, but I didn't really want to use it, so We may use it just quickly just to make our money back on that 30 or 40 grand that we lost. And then we'll look at maybe buying one of the proper factories in town, I guess. Bit of a pain, not what I was expecting to do. I was hoping to use that little grain mill, but yeah, lessons learnt. It could just be this trailer, and because the trailer was full, I probably should have come back and tipped it into our other trailer, see if that worked, but I'll try that off air on a different map so it won't affect our cash. Or I'll save the game and try it, and if it doesn't work, we haven't lost out. But for now, we're going to have canola oil being done. We're going to have oat flour being done to make bread. We've got our little dairy over there running as well, so that'll give us milk. Oh, sorry, milk can give us butter and cheese. I don't think there's any in there at the moment, so we'll check on that. This ramp here, have to be careful, otherwise it's going to send us to the moon. We'll have to keep an eye on it because we do have other processes going on. If any of them things are set to distributing, it may automatically send it up here, so we'll have to... That's one thing I don't like about that, because it does so many things. It affects your other things, other little things, like... It doesn't take any of these items, luckily, so we're good, and it won't take any of them items, so I think we'll be okay for that. Potatoes... Shit. Just take potatoes. Nope. Okay, so fine with that. If it took potatoes, we'd be up Pooh Creek. But we can also drop wood in there as well if we wanted to make into lumber, desks, etc. I think we'll load these beasts up. We'll, I don't think we can do two with this, can we? I was also thinking once we get a bigger tractor, maybe we could sell this thing off and bring the Fiat Agri down here. And that can help us look after this section of land, you know, leave it down here with a little ride-on mower. Can run the tanker. And the production's there, and then we're good to go. I was expecting that to tip right up, but it didn't, thankfully. Right, so where do the paprika chips get sold? I haven't... Sometimes they need their own sell point. Crawford Farms. Well, let's sell everything which is up at our farm. I think the Crawford Farms is down here, but we may need to put that on a train. Is there anything else that popped out there? Oop. This is a bit of a death trap to go on the road. It's 34 with all this weight. So is that the train line that we have to go on, or is that a sell point? I've got a feeling we're going to have to go on the train for that, aren't we? Because that'll be the end of the map. Alright, well hopefully this makes it worthwhile. I don't know what we're going to get for them. They're pretty decent actually. $5,000 per litre, $5,000 per thousand. We've got nearly 3,000 litres. You rent the train from down this end though. I don't know. Probably can't, can you? always thought you could. Alright, well, I guess we will see you up at the farm at the Sell Everything station. We may have to put one in down here. Finally made it. That was a slow and steady track. Bit of a pain in the bum really, but we got it, we made it. A trooper. Cool if we get ourselves like a delivery truck and then we could just leave that down there and just stack up tons. Or even a flatbed trailer, we could just go and pick it up with the semi. Might be a better option for us, especially if we're going to be having pallets of things popping out of here now as well. Oh, well, 16 grand, that makes it worth its trip. We're going over here for milk, which will be empty. Milk. We've still got some food, some straw. How much can we add in? Fair bit actually. Chickens are still good. Yeah, we put a bit of straw, we got a fair bit of slurry there, so we can put some straw in here and some total mix ration. Which isn't too bad. Might send this beast back to where it come from. And start its slow trek down there, and maybe by tomorrow's episode, it'll get back there. Gonna go. Let him see how he goes, I guess. Doesn't seem like he wants to move. There's that other trailer, I think it's over here somewhere. A forage wagon. A water cart. Down there. Found it. It's in a spot where I don't normally park it. Get this one hooked up. Put in the back of that. Anyway. The worker star is stuck on all the trailers up here. It's not stuck on it. If it'll hitch up the back of this one. Nope. What a mess. We've got everything laying around everywhere. The tractor's so bloody tiny. Love it. Right, so let's get some total mix ration out of our little building over here. We're going there for eggs. Oh, there's a few pallets, it's not bad. Take 10,000 litres, maybe 15, just to see what it does. I think, yeah, this Fiat will be perfect for down the bottom farm where we've got the open air gardens and the potatoes. And then we'll get something up here a little bit more mighty. Especially with the amount of money we should start turning over from these fields and the few productions that we got chugging along. definitely be worth it. I think we'll leave the milk until tomorrow till we've got a bit more. How many cattle do we have now? Oh, only 15 still. I think this takes 30,000 litres, so... Not bad at all. Pretty happy with that. Everything's sort of chugging along nicely. Got the farmhand over there doing laps with the seeder. We'll start finding spots to put all this stuff away because it's just... We've got stuff everywhere and we're going to end up losing it. Like I have been already. It's probably not the widest shed for the equipment we're going to start getting, so I might have to look at expanding that, getting those middle bars taken out. We'll grab the milk now, we'll throw that into the that'll be the farm dairy. And we'll get this all sorted out. Got some things chugging along. My son just asking me if you can do a stream. Once we get 40 or 50 cattle in here, it should be better. We'll start turning over a fair bit more. And I think the slurry, we might end up getting like a slurry spreader for that. Go. Alright, that is where we're going to leave this one for today. Hope it wasn't too bounce around everywhere and too much jibber jabber. Keep safe, thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.